I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck.
My name is Ray Higden. I'm a Christian entrepreneur coach. Led me to bring my mom to Christ, my dad to Christ, my ex-wife to Christ. God does not want you languishing around. You see more people coming to Christ than ever before, and you also see a lot of spiritual attacks, right? And we saw that this weekend as well. And so, join me if you're interested in this mission. Join me. Jump into the Network Marketers for Jesus group. That's one of the reasons I started the group, Network Marketers for Jesus. Is spiritual attacks right now are just intense for those that are in the know there. The industry has been attacked and people trying to shut it down. And why are there so many attacks on network marketing? Well, I believe there's a lot of spiritual attacks against this profession. I believe this profession is under spiritual attack. I don't want to be opportunistic, but I want to take this as an opportunity.
Well, welcome to Religious Manipulation Hell. We'll be your tour guides this evening, and buckle up. We are gonna have to do a content warning at some point. But right before we actually start. But we're back. We're back in action, streaming together, and hope you're ready for it. I do have some. I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just like Ray is a little bit of a cult leader, and he's so religious focused, so that is why I have my YouTube background like this as an homage to his twistiness. Not that I have anything against Christianity, just high control groups. So fun.
I hate it already.
Oh my god. And Jessica has some type of alcoholic beverage behind her that is in the shape of a cross. So we just thought it was like let me move it over. We have all of we thought it was a good juxtaposition with the religious background with all of Jessica's fun drinks behind her. And then we've got the little
It's a bottle of Bushmills in front of a box of some kind of, I assume, scotch. I don't know what's back there, but it looks like a cross. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep. So we're twinning good versus evil. It's
always. That's the theme of our relationship is angel and devil.
I don't know if y'all saw. I know some people just hopped in and didn't see it, but we have a little closer up. I modified it, hopefully in a non-offensive way, but there's a picture of Ray Higden that we may have put on underneath a picture of a religious iconography drawing of Jesus, and then we replaced the different hand stuff and the blood with I blurred those out, but then I just added a little capybara instead of the heart with the sunburst behind it. So that was an homage for in honor of Julie Anderson, and I will link Julie's account below. I don't remember what her shortcut is, so I'm gonna try to do two. And so you can see it on my Instagram, but we also made a reel. We as in the collective, the royal we. Because
she does all the work.
Yeah, so we're ready to do this. Jessica, I know you've been running my channel for the past month. I appreciate it, and very grateful. I know everyone knows who you are by now, but just in case we find some new friends from Rank Makers, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Jessica, or Leshy. Leshy was what my upline called me when I was in pure romance. So one day she kicked me off because she blocked me for pointing out who I pointed out a hypocrisy in the way she posts because she's always like, my small business, and then she's like, book a party and corporate will give you a free gift. And I'm like, wait, how are you a small business? So she blocked me for calling her ass out on it. So that pissed me off. So Auntie Lashy was like my personal Instagram. So I'm like, nope, change this and start a new one.
Yeah, I love it. What am I gonna? Oh, we've actually worked together for somebody for an extended period of time, and then Jessica got me out of that job, thankfully. So we've been friends for a couple of years now, and we've been streaming together for a hot minute. I'm DC.
Yes.
I'm an MLM dropout, and I got out in 2022, and I've been streaming ever since. And thankfully, Jessica's joined me a lot. So we're going to be taking a look at Ray Higden today, who a high control group leader. He is very volatile, in my opinion. We do need to do some content warnings really quickly. Spiritual manipulation. He is gonna mention CA. He's not gonna go into detail, but it is gonna be brought up when he's talking about how he brought his stepmother to Christ and how he's been mentoring her, even though she abused him as a child. And there's going to be emotional manipulation and just general twistiness. As always, if you please promote and protect your emotional well-being, and if this is not the video for you, then like you can watch something else, or like go take a walk outside, or give us a pity like and go take a walk outside. But we'll be here and getting into trouble. So yeah. Ray doing Ray things. Yeah.
Yes. And I always say I don't know much about the Bible, despite growing up Catholic and going to CCD from like first grade till like I graduated high school. And then I listened to this chicken nugget and it's like, oh no, I know more about the Bible than I give myself credit for. But yeah, not a biblical scholar by any means, but I know he's wrong a lot of the time, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and if you I know there's a whole range of people in the chat. We're not I'm not personally looking at Ray Higden because he claims to be a Christian, and I don't like Christians. He is twisting something that's very sacred to ethical people who practice their religion in a way that doesn't harm others, and he's using it, in my opinion, for personal profit. He blurs the lines between religion and business, and it ends up in the category, in my opinion, of a high control group. I grew up in church. I don't know what I am now, but there's people like Julie Joe who has a master's in theology, and there's other people in the chat who are more more experts than me, but we're gonna like go through this bit by bit and see what Mr. Sir has to say. So, and I'm gonna press enter real quick and I'm gonna pause it. I did put captions on this, so we're gonna go to reaction scene. Which one is it? Is it this one? Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Where's all his hair? Dang it. Hold on. I'm just having technical difficulties a little bit. I had this set up, but I'm not sure what happened. I tried. I did my best. Here we go, lock. He's using spirituality to manipulate people, and that is gross, whether it's Christianity or any other kind of spiritual practice. Manipulation is manipulation. Yep. And I don't know what's going on with my... We're going to figure it out.
What the heck is she reading?
Yeah, I'm trying my best. I don't know. It just resized, so we're going to fix it. Okay. Hello, if you're just popping in. Again, general, before we start, remember the content warnings, religious manipulation. He's going to mention CA in a very, like, mild-ish kind of way. He's just going to say that I think he's going to, when I looked over the transcript, he's going to mention his stepmom, who he brought to Christ, which seems to be a pretty egotistical statement, but even though she abused him as a child. So it just general, like, Ray Higden trigger warning. And we're going to start right now.
Oh, what did you gift her membership? We didn't catch that.
Sorry, Wendy. Let me go. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me type it in. Wendy. Oh, and David G got the membership. Wendy, thank you so much. Let me link Wendy's channel. Wendy is another creator who's kind of our sales expert, which we love. Thank you so much,
Yes.
and we'll do a welcome to Illyria really quickly.
Horatio Gold, Headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Yeah, and I know Wendy doesn't give memberships just so she can promote herself at all. Wendy's incredible. Is one of the creators who was generous enough to co-stream to my channel while I was gone. Just super selfless and love Wendy's content. How insightful and methodical like Wendy's commentary is on stuff. So if you like another perspective that's very unique in this space, Wendy's your person. Patricia just got her golden kazoo. Oh my gosh, and Andy's Web's right there. 11 months. I'm only 11 months old. Blows raspberry. I love it. Thank you so much. And Tiff just became a member of Snarkies. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's not like you don't have to have a membership to enjoy a lot of the content on my channel, but I do appreciate it. It does help me like do this more. And a free way to support my channel is liking the stream, watching content that you actually like on my channel, and commenting in the live chat or leaving a comment on a video. All that stuff is ways you can help for free. So how does he why does he look so mad in this freeze frame? What's up, thumbs downer? Let's go. I just, the first thumbs down I got when I came back to streaming after I came home from the funeral, I was like, you know what? All in perspective, that just makes me feel, it just keeps me warm at night. That's just his face. Resting Ray face. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. The captions are going to be at the bottom. So I'll try to make them better as I'm trying to make it more accessible for people and also have ultra low latency so I can manage the chat if we don't have mods here. So I'm trying to I'm trying to improve the streaming that we're doing. So, all right, here we go.
Hey.
Oh.
What is up? What's happening?
Oh my God.
Happy Tuesday. I hope you are well. Hope you're making it happen. Hope you're having a good start to your week. So today I don't always do this. All right. I know a lot of people are, a lot of marketers are always looking for the opportunity for the, tragedy or the controversy or.
And there is the queen herself, Julie Anderson. Hey, what's up? What's happening, Rank Makers? Yep. Julie was in Rank Makers, was a top leader in Monate, and just generally has raised numbers. So if you want some really good content exposing the twistiness in Rank Makers, Julie Anderson's your person. I think he's in my nervous system as I am already cringing. Oh, God. Rip. Holy capybara, it's Julie. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right.
Whatever. I don't do very many of these where I see an obvious thing to jump on, and give my feedback on. But it just felt called to do that, not to do that, right? But to just talk about it, because this is a pretty major thing, man. Rodan and Field's not just a huge company, but also.
Oh, sorry for context. Really quick. Sorry for context. Here's the context that you need to know. Seint is a multi-level marketing company that they are switching from their MLM model to affiliate. And it may be not true affiliate, so we'll have to see like once everything lands and settles and stuff with their format. Rodan and Fields also is going to an affiliate model. Again, we don't know exactly the details because MLMs really like to say they're affiliate when they're not truly affiliate. But everybody is losing their shit over these two companies that were rather large, dropping the MLM part, and they're trying to woo people into their company or their parasitic business like Rank Makers. I say parasitic because it wouldn't be in existence other than MLMs being around, and they are trying to profit off of people already losing, in my opinion, money in MLM. So that's kind of what's going on. And so we've seen Aaron Bees has covered stuff. Julie Anderson has. A lot of other people have. I think Julie Joe has. And they're all trying to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry this happened to you. And also, my company's the best, so come on over here. So it's kind of like blood in the water, and all of the sharks are out. And sharks being these top MLM leaders looking to have a big payday by bringing people into their MLM, in my opinion. So.
And what these coaches are worried because, like, what happens when you're an MLM coach, but there's no more MLMs left?
Yep. Good question. Good question. The sharks are circling in the water. Yep. He's giving Colleen taking advantage of this change going in sad, but here's my coupon code. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's go back here.
One of our beloved sisters in Christ, Sarah Robbins, was, or is, I don't know what to even, I don't know the vernacular to use, but she
maybe not the cult vernacular.
Is their top earner. And so I just want to talk about, a little bit about the industry. And there's three things I'll cover that I think will be helpful around what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
We'll get to that. First, just to introduce you here. Hello, welcome to my morning video. My name is Ray Higden. I'm a Christian entrepreneur coach, and I show network marketers how to grow their team skills and profits. Follow me for more of that if you would like, of course, if you're not already. Did you know, and this really may be helpful to some people right now that are struggling, we have a free group called Network Marketers for Jesus.
You heard that right. Network Marketers for Jesus, which is a funnel group into his paid stuff. It's
Of course it is.
It's so obvious, and we're only 2 minutes in. And is this normal? We're 20 minutes into the stream, and we've gotten through 2 minutes of the video. Yes, we're gonna talk a lot. It's a commentary channel, so I think this video probably is still up on his YouTube. We downloaded it just in case he decided to dirty delete it, but
But that would require shame and humility.
and he doesn't seem to show those characteristics from what I've seen, from what he's posted. So, yeah. All right. How does the Christian part fit in? Is it to scam religious people? Yeah, he has kind of... Go ahead.
Yeah, in our opinions, yeah.
He is trying... He had a literal come to Jesus moment last year or late the year before. He has... And again, you can get all of the lore of Ray Higden on Julie Anderson's channel. She was covering, or is covering, the very, in my opinion, cult aspect of his ties with some religious leaders where he lives. And it's pretty twisty, especially the money part of the organizations that he seems to have ties to. And he then made a pivot in his business of rank makers going hyper religious and is trying to target a new group, and also it seems like he's trying to fix his image, even though he is now looking like some sort of high control group leader or cult leader. So,
and I think what he said is important.
okay.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Religion has no place in sales. It's only to manipulate. You can have a strong, beautiful faith without using it in sales. And you can have a beautiful faith that doesn't harm others. And when you get into the bite model, when you get into the manipulation part, when you're starting to use your faith to get people to do things they may not normally do in a way that you profit and they end up losing, that's wrong, in my opinion. So, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to bring that in to the Photoshop did its thing today. So, hey Carmen, no, we've only gotten through like 2 minutes of the video, so you're good to go. You're good to go.
We're professionals.
Hell yeah, heck yeah, we are.
We're united in transforming this profession into one that honors God versus make it all about money and possessions. So comment below if you want the link, to join, and one of my teammates will get with you and help you out there. And so I'm going to talk about 3 areas. I grouped this into 3 areas. Number one, this is a common question being asked. It's being asked more and more is, why does this sort of thing happen? What causes a company to go away from a network marketing model, especially one that, has, such a long history, right? Number 2, let's talk about those, targeting the reps. I'll talk a little bit about that. And
he's targeting the reps of the people leaving or getting booted from Seint and Rodan and Fields by already in the first 2 minutes, in the first almost minute, he said, oh yeah, I have a network marketing group, network marketers for Jesus group on Facebook. And then he's going to make some type of moral stance on not like going after people who are in kind of a precarious position. Like, look, read the room, dude. Like, buy a mirror, look at it, and like have some self-awareness.
No, it's totally different because Rainmaker's not MLM, bro.
Yeah.
It's different.
Oh, I don't remember like all of the stories I should, but I feel like in the Bible they had some type of feeling about those individuals taking advantage of others. It seems that I remember lots of parables and just teachings on that type of stuff. So it is funny that he forgot those parts.
I should go. For some reason, the husband's not religious, but he knows a ridiculous amount of shit about the Bible. Like, I don't get it. It must be because, like, he comes from a long line of, like, Methodist pastors, I think. I don't know, but I don't get it. He's not religious at all, but he's like, Bible story. I'm like, how do you know more than me?
I love that. Jesus turned over the tables of the scammers in the temple court selling overpriced products for sacrifice. Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. Yep. Eloise coming in for the win. How is pyramid scam for Jesus better than that? Good question, Al. Every time an MLM company goes to an affiliate model, is he going to do the same kind of sermon? Probably.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know. Rank makers, let us know in the comments. Like, you think your leader is going to keep doing this? Because it seems like it's going to keep happening to MLM companies. Yeah. All right.
It's so predictable. Not just the targeters, but also the anti-targeters. It's like it can be annoying. And then number 3, I think most important is what to do from here if you were affected, or what to do from here if you have concerns, if you're really worried, right? And so I feel like those are the 3 areas that were important to cover. And so, one, why does this sort of thing happen? What causes a company to go away from network marketing model? Why does it seem to be happening more and more and more and more? And, you have Seint, which I'm actually, I'll be honest, I wasn't real familiar with. But they also did, something similar here. And so a few things. Number 1 is, I think there were 2 things that have the most. Now I don't have insider information.
Oh my God! Stay with your points. As somebody he's like, number 1, number 2, number 3. Now I'm gonna make 2 points. Well, I mean, finish your list first. God damn it! Oh my sanity! I can't. I should have taken notes. I'm just gonna take a drink of my caffeine and hope it's gonna do something for me.
I should have taken a freaking edible.
Oh, my Cal, my AUDHD brain is better at staying on track than this. Rip to our neurospicy friends in the chat. We're getting screwed. Jeez.
What did he just say?
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm just being honest. So, but I'm just answering the question of why does this sort of thing happen? What causes a company to go away from this? Why has this happened recently? Is I think there are 2 things. Is most network marketing companies and home business opportunities, when during the pandemic, grew at a very big rate. And so feel free to.
Why is that? Why do you think that is? Was it people making claims, as health claims, that they were going to be able to stay healthy during the panini with your awful supplements in multi-level marketing companies, or people were out of work and literally this global issue wiped people out and wiped out them financially. And so people were looking for ways to make money, and MLMs preyed on that. So,
or were people given a stimulus? I forget what we called it, but
yep.
or were people giving a stimulus and people in MLMs exploited that opportunity with the false promises of making money at a time from home at a time where no one could leave their home.
Yeah.
And everyone had disposable income because of the stimulus, so you could sell products for once because people had that disposable income.
I think that's
Is
another
that
huge
it?
aspect. Yeah, I think that's a huge aspect. For sure. And MLMs took advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Margaret. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Ugh.
To, tag someone that you think may be affected if you think they should hear this.
He streamed this. I don't know if he streamed this on Facebook as well, but he streamed this to YouTube. And he's like, tag somebody who you think needs to see this. You can't really tag people on YouTube. You can tag creators if you follow them. But I'm being a little bit picky because he doesn't address the audiences on the platforms he's streaming to, because he could be more effective with his communication. Do I love that he's not? Sure, because hashtag anti-MLM, but it's sloppy. It's sloppy.
You mean you don't love it? You don't love it when these leaders are on Zoom calls and they try to boost their engagement? I think that's my favorite. It's like, bro, this is a Zoom call.
Yeah, like, do we not understand how this works? Like, give me a break. Oh, jeez. I'm glad you're doing better, Sam. Good to see you. I hope Igor's doing well. Paninis for Jesus. Do we need a shirt? Do we need like a stylized, like 90s style illustration of a panini and then like paninis for Jesus? Because like in a little capybara, like eating a panini, I feel like in honor of Julie Anderson, I would do that.
Yeah.
Let's go! Squirrel Trail. After 4 years, I finally got my dog to eat kibble. I don't have to cook for him anymore. Let's go, Wendy. That's amazing. Oh.
And so, the pandemic, right? A lot of companies exploded. A lot of companies, meaning.
Oh, it's a new month. I can gift memberships. Hold on. Sorry. Squirrel Trail. I'm going to gift memberships real quick. Hold on. YouTube. I forgot. I've got 10. I figure since we're suffering through Ray Higden, we should have some fun. Go to your channel, mute myself. Make sure you have gifted memberships turned on, okay? Mute. There we go. And close this out. Oh, jeez. All right. It's random. I don't have control over it. So if you get one, cool. Margaret S. got one. Heather got one. Melody got one. Ellie Queen got one. And Dither got one. Let's go. We're going to do 5 more. So if you make sure your membership gifting's turned on, you can click on the little green thing in the top of the chat and make sure you have your memberships turned on. Okay.
The month is almost over.
Yeah. Here we go. 5 more. Welcome to Illyria.
Horatio Gold.
Hazy Rainbow got one.
So very pleased to meet you. So very Very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard
Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Let me just throw the Discord in there real quick if you want to join. If you're a member, you can just link your YouTube in Discord and you'll be able to see the hidden channels. If you don't, you're not going to be able to see the hidden channels, so. And you can't get into the Discord if you're not a member, so it's just a member space that's offline for people. I mean, it's online, but it's off a public place for people. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to stop putting my foot in my mouth and we're going to continue on with this. All right, here we go.
Did very well. Okay. And so a lot of companies, do what companies do, right? When companies get into momentum, it's like, all right, boys. And, they hire, right? They expand their team. They bring in more customer support. They, invest in new software. They like, hey, let's
No.
let's keep.
No. The companies do not invest in new software. That's a fucking lie. Sorry. It has nothing to do with that. But no, like, I'm married to a software developer, and he has a contract with a international corporation. And he's constantly, he won't work for them if they won't give him 40 hours. Because they're like, why do we need a full-time software dude? So like, they try to only give him like half-time hours. And it's been a fight for 4 years to get proper. Since the pandemic, they cut his hours, and they'll like bring him on like once every 6 months for like 2 weeks for like 80 hours, and they need him desperately.
Yeah.
So no, companies do not pay for software. He's mid-development with this company and still can't get the hours.
That's a good perspective.
Like, sorry, Scroll 12, but no, companies do not. They cut their software budget during the pandemic, and they're like, oh, we survived without software developers. We don't need them. That's what happened to software development. But go off, Ray. Go off.
Well, Ray's our, and I'm saying this sarcastically, our cult lord and savior. So he, of course, knows all the ins and outs of the business and his propheticness,
I'm
so.
texting the husband, even though he's like right there.
Oh my God.
Keep this thing rocking and rolling. And most companies, I won't say all, but most companies, after that initial growth, had some shrinkage. Well, they had some shrinkage, but they still had the same infrastructure. Some of them had started new software projects, and software is never on time and never on budget, ever. Ask anyone that's done any of that, right?
Is it never on budget because it's going to cost more, and the companies are like, "Oh, it can't cost that much," and then
oh my gosh! I'm so glad I'm here for this one. It's because no one values their software developers, and like, I'm married to I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. He's worked with project managers that have worked with big companies in the Portland area. I'm in Portland, the tech center of I mean, like Seattle, whatever, but like there's Nike here, Intel here, HP here, and like my husband is one of the best software engineers. He's been told this by project managers. Like, if he wanted to leave his company and go to BPE or PGE, I forget which one, it's a huge Portland company, he could go. So, like, I forget what he even said, but he's just wrong.
Yeah. You're just wrong, dude. You're just wrong. And live chat
I
agrees.
God, what he said, but yeah, no, he's wrong.
Oh God, here we go.
And so, here they have this explosion. They expand their financial footprint. They expand their expenses, and most likely invest in new staff and new software, compensation, back offices, et cetera, and so forth, tools, perhaps,
Et cetera, and so forth.
and maybe even
That's
research
all
and production.
software.
Companies that
That's all software, my dude. That's
Yeah.
all software. But
Yeah.
go on.
actually do research, and so that is one scenario that has been affecting a lot of different companies. Now, someone on here is saying, well, RF didn't have that much growth during the pandemic, so that's very possible, but that is a very likely scenario right now. Number two, the cost of goods, right? Inflation is real. It's wild.
Who's saying inflation isn't real? Like
Yeah.
what? I'm confused.
Deflation's real too. I
Yeah.
think what he means is that we're currently for real experiencing inflation. Because deflation's also a thing.
Yeah. I'm just there's some things that he's saying that are like little red flags in my mind that I'm like, we're getting close. I feel like we're getting close to a territory that like we're not going to be able to like back away from. That is a twisty. It feels like potentially twisty conspiratorial land, and I like.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going there. It's Ray.
Wait, what? There's people who claim inflation is made up by the government? What?
Gosh.
There's some tinfoil hats if you're a member. Just throw them on in. Just throw them on in the chat right now.
I mean, there's also people who believe that birds aren't real.
What?
That every bird is a government drone.
Stop it.
There are people who...
If you've ever worked for a government organization, that would be an undertaking that would not happen because it would not be possible for the love of reality. Oh my God.
There's people who believe every bird out there is a government camera.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second because like my brain is literally breaking right now. Oh my God. A lot of people believe it?
Yes.
Oh. I did not expect the stream to turn in this direction. Oh my God. Wow. The things I learned from Jessica in live chat. I'm surprised.
Conspiracy theories. I took a sociology class, and I guess this dude still mentions me every quarter because of material I sent him. This was like in 2007. It was nothing but like government conspiracy theories. Like, I see this dude at the casino all the time in like poker tournaments. I've never said hi because I'm like, I'm not gonna say hi to your old instructor at the casino. But like one time I saw him at Kroger, and I'm like, that looks like my father-in-law. Oh shit, that's a crazy instructor.
Oh my god.
I
Uh,
should say hi to him one of these times. But yeah, someone added me on Facebook like 6 years ago. Oh, Hunter still talks about you, something you said. I'm like, what
oh
the
my
hell did
god.
they say?
Jeez Louise. I know about the flat earth for sure. I know there's some people that believe the moon landing was faked. And I know there's a lot of like intricacies to the flat earth stuff because there is a Christina who's in Prove It believes in the flat earth dome thing, that we're not just on a flat earth, but there's a dome over top, and that's why jets flying overhead make the sounds that they do, because it's the sound reverberating off of the dome over the earth. What? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Here we are. Here we are. Jeez Louise.
To me, how much we spend at the grocery store now, it's just nuts. Inflation is real, and these different the cost of goods sold has absolutely increased, which is another factor of eating into the profits. And by the way, there's a
Food costs more, so they can't spend their extra money on the monthly overpriced shit from multi-level marketing companies. Is that what you're saying, Ray? Is that what he just said? What the
I
hell?
don't fucking know.
a lot of people that don't understand capitalism that are just the anti-profit gang, more borderline, communists. And without profits, you can't run a company.
Wait. Listen, live chat. Keep it good in the chat. Do not take a side quest to political stuff. Don't take a side quest. We're not starting a fight. We're just stay in our lanes just a little bit, okay? There's some guardrails. So just avoid any political stuff, okay? Oh god. Oh god.
Company. It just can't.
That must be an expensive dome. There is no dome in MetLife, New York Giants Stadium because it's so expensive. Brucey, I love the logic. I love just the little drop of knowledge to help us out. Just a little lifeline for us. Jeez. Anti-profit gang or anti-profit gang? Oh, I love it. I love it, Av. Red Raider? Oh, we're learning about why multi-level marketing companies are going to affiliate model and how Ray Higden is here to save the people who are leaving or having to find a new MLM to join, and they can join his Network Marketers for Jesus group on Facebook. So that's fun. And we've also learned about that inflation's real, and he's talking about communism now. So it's just a wild ride on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, and that companies invested in software during 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Ray.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Last. It doesn't run on good hopes. You got to have profits to be able to cover spillage, to be able to cover inventory scenarios, or any kind of inflation or increase in costs, or research if you're doing any of that kind of stuff.
What?
And so you have
Yeah, I think he's
different
saying companies having to do research on new product stuff, but like, don't you like, so when I was doing the books, not in a like I went to accounting, but I don't have an accounting degree or anything, but I was doing the accounting for the business I worked at when I lived before my husband got into law school, or what, like before he graduated. Anyways, you look at the percentage of increase of growth, and then you also do lots of formulas to make sure that you're not spending something that's not going to like follow a trend for the next year. So you're saving, like if there is an influx, it's more complicated than that, but like a lot of businesses do that so that they don't end up in a position like Seint and Rodan and Fields or whatever. And I think a lot of companies are going to find out that MLM is too expensive to keep around. I don't know. Red Raider probably can give us the knowledge because I probably just butchered that for sure. Ray would rail against government handouts, took a PPP loan for $106,000 that was forgiven in 2021. What?
What?
Oh my God. Wow, Ray. Wow. Okay, Red Raider. Wow.
I searched peer romance on the PPP thing one time and found hundreds of loans.
Wow.
There's only one peer romance.
Oh my God.
People, it's trusty.
Yeah. You can look it up? All right. I will look it up. That's wild.
Yeah, all that's public.
Ray, what are you doing, dude?
Things, and let me tell you, it is just so easy. It's so easy to not be the best steward of expenses and costs. Ask me how I know. I've there's been so many times where I've gotten fired up and motivated. And, I remember, here, listen to this. If you want to hear, a stupid story, in January of 2020, I invested $100,000 to get a bunch of my coaches trained in speaking so that we would run a whole bunch of speaking events.
Was that $100,000 that you spent, was that from your PPP loan? And was that loan forgiven? So is that where you got the $100,000 from?
Probably.
God. Like him, he's so smug right now. I can't.
And then of course COVID happened and none of those things happened, right? And so
It must have been before. But then he got a $100,000 loan later on, so he's flush, right? Or maybe he's not making as much money as he claims to make. Who knows?
No, I think that's why he got the loan to cover that.
Yeah. Yep. Jen was on that speaking team. Oh my Lanta. Oh my God.
So like I've had, there's been multiple times where I had the world's worst timing, and sometimes you see that with companies. Now, people tend to say, "Oh, greed," right? And you know what? You can't rule.
His PPP loan was approved April 15th, 2020. So if he spent that $100,000 to get his speakers trained in January 2020. Yeah, that makes sense if he got that loan to cover that money.
I mean, even though it's a scammy business, at the end of the day, it's still a business, and you could argue that's a valid claim of a PPP loan because
Sure.
that aspect of the business was directly impacted by the panini, which was the entire point of the PPP loan. Like, even though we don't agree with his business, it's still his business. It's still a valid LLC. Like, unfortunately, he had every right to claim that training as a PPP loan because it was impacted.
Yeah, that's fair. I think obviously I'm bristling against the idea that he has created this, in my opinion, parasitic business off
Yeah.
of multi-level marketing, multi-level marketing is so twisty. And then there were people who weren't able to get loans. And it feels a little twisty, even if he followed all of the rules. Unlike maybe Tony Van Schoik, who there was some back and forth about her PPP loan that she got and her pool house that ended up getting built at a similar time. Same thing with Beachbody and some things getting built with that matched amounts for PPP loans. So like, yeah, I think what you're saying is totally fair though, about him having his business and that's what the loans were for. Sure.
Well, and I think a lot of hands, like Tony and the pyramid hands, I think they guesstimated their lost revenue based on previous years, and that I have an issue with because, like, that was potential profit, not real profit they were out. Like, none of that money was guaranteed. Whereas in this situation with Ray, there was a tangible money amount that was lost because of the panini. But yeah, I think it's wrong that people got loans based on potential losses.
Yeah, and Red Raider was saying saying PPP was intended to pay employee salaries, and my question being, did any of the speakers for Ray Higden, do they get compensated? Did Jen, and did the other speakers on his team, were they paid for the work that they put in at Rank Makers?
And if he weren't, then yeah, he screwed up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, Genevieve. That's super generous. Holy guacamole. Brucey got a membership. Chloe got one. Diane got one. Banana Fofana got one. And Tracy Black got one. Thank you. Oh.
Let's go.
I just got here, but I feel we need some new members for a larger group hug. Ray sucks, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And then Chris celebrates 6 months.
Thank you so much for being here for 6 months. The Pure Romance PPP loan is the one that is just disgusting. You know that they made bank during that time because of the increased online shopping and MLM exploiting people's vulnerability.
What capitalizing on, oh, you're home with your partner, you need tools to get through these hard times.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had.
Oh, yep. Oh my gosh.
That out. I don't have insider information. I don't know. Right. Like I don't know that, but I wouldn't default to that. I wouldn't just say, oh, greed. Right. That's a very easy answer that you can apply in situations that you don't know the details. So unless I know the details, I'm actually not going to say that. It could be. I'm not saying it isn't. Right.
What?
But one thing I wanted to.
What?
Is greed the easy answer or the logical answer?
Good question. I mean, and again, sometimes the simplest answer is the right one. Sometimes like that. I don't know.
Sometimes you just have to reset the computer and everything's fixed.
That's what I'm gonna try after this stream because my computer's being a little bee.
Point out about this, okay, is listen, if a restaurant in your town closes its doors and all the people lose their jobs, you don't say, the person that lost their job doesn't say restaurants don't work, I'm out of here. I would highly encourage you to embrace the concept that that I believe, I really believe that there will always be a place for network marketing for decades.
In a restaurant, the servers don't have to pay to access their checks they get or their cash they get every day. They don't have to pay $100, $200, $300, $400 a month so that they can get the commission from the
But
company.
it's not even about that, because he's talking about failure rates. And okay, what is the failure? Yes, restaurants fail, but it's not the same rate as MLMs. Like, yeah, every business capital has a failure rate. Like, restaurants have a 20% success rate within outside of 5 years. That's still a hell of a lot better than any MLM company.
Yeah. Yep. And the
Like,
restaurant, yep.
yeah.
And the restaurant never told the servers that they own their own business. And again, he's comparing the wrong things, just like Jessica is saying, because Ray is saying that when things get tough, the people in the restaurant industry don't just say like, okay, we're gonna try again, or we're just gonna hop out because there's too much of an investment there. But he's comparing the individual independent contractors in multi-level marketing with the business owners of restaurants, and in the benefit from having a successful restaurant, it's further reaching than an independent contractor running their own business in air quotes and then paying somebody $10 an hour to help them ship out stuff a couple times a week. And even if they're even making any money at all. Like, you can't compare the two.
Well, yeah, because the whole 5 years of the restaurants in business before they failed, they're paying their employees this entire time. And I think when you're in a server position, you recognize there's gonna be a lot of turnover. You're gonna, for years, spend your years just floating restaurant to restaurant. That's just the name of the game. Like, it's what happens in that industry. Restaurants fail, you switch jobs because of politics or people. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Decades and decades and decades. The industry has been attacked and people trying to shut it down. But there's just no other industry in mass that I'm aware of where the average ordinary person has built a sustainable kind of income.
Yeah,
Uber,
not here.
Lyft.
Not here. Not here. Not here.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to be so high and mighty about your position and how MLM is better than any other industry, or how it's better than the haters think it is, then why don't we talk about the percentages instead of just saying people here can earn a more sustainable income than other places and do it easier and for cheaper? Like, that's literally not true. The numbers literally do not reflect that. Heather.
No.
Heather's another creator, and I'll link her again, but it said lol sustainable. Yeah, it's not. It's literally not. It's literally not. Yeah, Al said MLM. Sorry, I pulled up the wrong one. Al said MLM is best for the first 2 people in. If you get in early.
But, like, I mentioned this on Aaron's stream. I still don't think that is the case, because if that's the case, then why do we see Shanna Banana constantly hopping from startup to startup. Like, I don't think there's even success there anymore. I think it's more about your personality and your ability to attract people. And I think Jesse Lee had that, but
Sure.
like, no one's gonna. I don't think we'll see another person with that amount of like charisma into this. Wow.
I think it's also what you're saying, something that Jessie Lee had that Shanna doesn't have is or was her ability to excite people to join her and then also keep them in. And she had, and we'll show a little group dynamic. When you have your top leaders, you have your core devotees. Jessie Lee's top leaders kept the core devotees and the rank and file members, and obviously the fringe members, in line. So it was her ability to have of controlling her team that kept them in and growing, and even still people would leave. Jessie Lee was able to recruit, and that's one of the differences that we see from Jessie Lee to Courtney Shortney. Courtney doesn't recruit at all from what I've seen, and she doesn't do a good job at keeping her people in. And so when people like what's her name? We have a funny name for her last name. Megan jumps from Megan Desart, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Jumps from team to team or company to company. She brings a group of people in. She gets an influx that first month, and then she cannot keep them ordering, and she's not good at, in my opinion, recruiting people to fill up that mid to lower tier churning that happens. And so then she's like, oh, fuck it, I have to go to a new company now.
Yeah. So what is it that Jessie Lee had that Megan and Shanna don't?
I think force of
Is it?
personality.
Yeah.
I that's just my almost kind of cult of personality in the political sense, but like that force that she had, how consistent she was. I mean, I can have issues with Jessie Lee when she was alive all day long. She was consistent in her streaming. She was consistent with keeping her team plugged into Zoom calls that were awful. And she created this dynamic where people, and again, it's a cult leader dynamic where people were so invested in making her proud or wanting to get into her inner circle. She kind of, it seemed like, pitted her downlines against one another so that they would get recognition, so that they would get stacked into, or from what I saw, from what she posted. And so she outperformed, Jessie Lee did, Megan and Shanna and the other people who are, and Tracy Wolf or whatever her name is, who hop and hop and hop to different companies. So, yeah, she's in and out in the first 120 days. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And we know that Jessie Lee's no longer with us, but she's still a valid example in this role to use.
Yeah.
And we can still learn a lot about the industry from what we saw play out throughout her time in the industry.
Yeah. And again, when you see, oh, not on this one. I forgot to add Jessica. Hold on. But sorry. When you see the constructive influence and the destructive influence, and you can take a screenshot if you want to look at it later, but for individuals, for leaders, for organizations, you saw the negative, the destructive influence that Jessie Lee and her team had, and she hit a lot of these items I was so close to having this correct. For her team, and I think again that influence is what keeps people in. The bite model of authoritarian control is what helps keep people in, and the better the leader is at doing that, the more advantage they're going to take of people. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Right.
Now, are there bad players? Yes, there's bad players in every single thing. There's bad players in affiliate marketing. There's bad players in literally everything out there. But
Does it mean bad actors or no? Different?
To me, I still hold that
bad actors different, obviously, than
I
actors.
think bad actors are people who are purposely trying to fuck things up, whereas bad players are just these MLM leaders who do all the cringy shit that turns people off from network marketing. I think the difference is one's a manipulator and one's just a bad look for the industry.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
this is the lowest network marketing is the lowest risk, lowest overhead way for the average ordinary person to start a business. Period. I just really believe that.
What if somebody, okay, and this is setting aside, I have mobility issues. I can't do some of the recommendations I'm about to give. If you already have a car or if you have access to a car and you can do Ship It, you can do DoorDash, you can do Uber, you can do Lyft, you can do a lot of different quick things, and you can start earning money, and that's no cost other than gas. If you have mobility issues, like, it's separate. I understand that. But that's a relatively low cost. And they're going to say, oh, well, you have to buy a car. If you already own a car, then there's not really any thing, because Ship It will send you a shirt and it'll send you the credit card that you use to pay for the groceries. And maybe in Uber and Lyft, you have to do a few other things too, but like, there's a lot less risk in those situations than there are in MLM, because you're having to pay in monthly to access your commission check in every single multi-level marketing company. Yeah. Jessie Lee Ward could get your attention and keep it. She had charisma. And I think that's what we see that's not good about Melissa Collins, Megan Dessart, Tracy, the other, like, Hopper, Shanna. They don't have the charisma, and they can't keep people's attention. Brooke Banks. Brooke has a little more than them, but it's still not the same. It's not even close.
No.
You know, when I had lost it all in real estate, I was literally in foreclosure, $1 million in debt, joined a network marketing company, became their number one income earner, wasn't the master distributor, didn't get a check, wasn't paid to attend. I started at the bottom and became the number one earner of that company. And so I've seen what it did for.
Then why would you give that up to do rank makers?
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's because you eventually reach the top. Isn't this why Jessie Lee went from pure romance to murder to prove it? Because there's eventually a top you reach.
Yeah, but he went from a multi-level marketing company of a team that he was at the top of to do rank makers, which is, sure, you're making money at rank makers, but if you already had built your team in whatever company he was, I don't have his background deal pulled up, so I don't remember. Why wouldn't you keep that and run rank makers so that you can have both of those businesses, is what I guess my question is.
He probably quietly did.
I wonder, I haven't looked at his stuff in a while. I wonder when he actually got out. And maybe Julie Anderson can give some insight on that, or somebody else who's more versed with Ray Higden.
Well, this week, didn't Colleen Nichols let it out of the bag that she was getting a check from Rodan and Phil's this entire time?
Yeah, and she's been, and there's so many leaders like that who like start their own side businesses, and then like there's tons of people in Beachbody that have done that where they start their own new thing. Ashley Molstad was one of them, where she stopped growing her business and body, then she started that awful life coaching that she does, and she was collecting her check, and she was also I think she was refeeding people back into body from her life coaching, from what I understand. But she stopped like actively promoting body on her socials because she was doing the life stuff. But she had both going on.
Well, I read Hidon by Emily Paulson, which I have thoughts about that book, but like one thing she's open about is she did nothing for a year and still collected a check from Rodan and Fields.
Yeah.
And like I recently saw a live leadership board with Megan Deshart on it.
Wow.
So I allegedly Megan still collecting a check from Lab while it sold people.
That's wild.
But she stepped away.
That's so twisty and wild. I wonder. I know BP Fizzy Fiesta is like that. She's in multiple multi-level marketing companies. She only actively promotes a few of them, and she collects her check on the side for her other stuff. So it's more prevalent than probably people realize.
For me, and I've seen what it's done for, people like my buddy Matt Morris, who is, taking showers outside the church, who's homeless, and became a multi-million-dollar earner. I've seen what it's done for so many other people. And so I still really hold that this is a wonderful profession. And, you look at, there's so many examples in other categories of business that when something folds, no one says, okay, that industry is toast, but they really do it here. They really do. When a company, closes its MLM doors or closes its doors, period, people tend to say the sky is falling, the entire industry is collapsing. And I think that's a huge mistake, because I really believe there will always be an option in network marketing. I really, really believe that. And so.
Do you? Okay.
But Ray, my dude, it's called a trend.
Oh God.
Multiple things are happening here, my dude.
Yeah.
We're seeing MLM companies either fold completely or switch, because Pyramid has done it. Didn't Ariel do it?
Did they? I don't remember off the top of my head.
There was one last fall.
Oh.
I forget which one. And didn't it Beauty Counter switch?
Yeah, Beauty Counter switched, yeah.
And then,
I mean, Advocare got slapped by the FTC and had to restructure.
which I don't understand why that doesn't apply to them all, because they all ran the same way. But like, we've seen many companies lose their MLM model. We're
Yeah.
not being like, one company failed, they're all doomed. We're being like, no, this company's folding. This company changed their comp plan to make corporate more money. This company, like, no, it's called calling out trends.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be too easy for him, though,
A beauty counter just went bye-bye altogether.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was that last year. I want to say the CEO's name was Ashley, but I could be wrong.
It's slipping my mind. Maybe live chat can help us out, or replay crew. If you know, just drop it in the comments afterwards for sure.
Yeah.
That's kind of number one. I'll come back around to that. But number two, those targeting the reps. Here's the reason people target reps.
Tell us.
Right? Just to kind of understand this. And so you have the targeting of reps, and then you have the people don't target reps, love them, and it's like, okay, we got it. All right, we got it. There's so many, like, it's like the this kicks off this, and then that kicks off this, and it's like, all right, we got it. And so the targeting of reps is really just those who will do anything but add value, right? And so like
what we're listening to right now, like Ray. What is he saying? He's saying he was saying at the beginning, why do people target reps? And now he's not. It's taking him 30 seconds to explain it to us. I'm confused. Beauty Counter is still selling at Ulta. They just did away with the reps altogether. Not even affiliate program. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's cool.
When you aren't a person that just understands the marketplace of adding value, then you scheme, right? You look for ways to snipe others, and you look for.
Oh, I'm gonna use that clip. I'm gonna use that clip. I have to use that clip. Oh my God. I know that he's gonna. Here, let me go back. I'm gonna rewind it like 30 seconds or like 12 seconds. Here we go.
Aren't a person that just understands the marketplace of adding value, then you scheme, right? You look for ways to snipe others, and you look for like, how do I get into that group? Right?
He's taught on this. He's literally taught on how to take value from other groups and then go into other groups, see what trends, so that you can go and like have better impact when you're recruiting on Facebook. He's done this before. Oh my God, I'm itching in irritation right now.
But he's doing his way. His way is not scammy.
Yeah. Just add people to a Facebook for Network Marketers for Jesus group, and then feed them into your Rank Makers group, and then feed them into the extra special, extra expensive Rank Makers special group, and then go on from there. God.
And then the special group for the special group.
Yeah. Yep.
Not a person that has been trained to add value to the industry or add value to individuals, then you're kind of out of tricks, right? You're like, oh, how do I do this? And so like, ooh, good, a wounded animal, right? And so I would just encourage you.
Did he just say wounded animal and then he like air shot it? Like what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna replay that. If that just hold on a second. I'm just gonna go back.
Then you're kind of out of tricks, right? You're like, oh, how do I do this? And so like, ooh, good, a wounded animal, right? And so.
Is he talking about reps and companies that are closing?
Yeah, but don't you like? Doesn't that like story not make sense? Because if you're targeting quote unquote wounded animals, wouldn't you take them to the vet or the wildlife center to help them instead of like, oh, you're wounded, I'm gonna.
Well, you know what that's called?
What?
That's called poaching, and that's illegal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure poaching is illegal.
Yeah, it is. It is. I can't believe he did that.
That's what poaching is. Like, you can't do that.
Oh my god. You know, I obviously have been out of town for a hot minute, and I was kind of like, I would check in a little bit with the live streams, but I was checked out basically doing other stuff. And you come back in to multi-level marketing content from like being away, and it is, you just get shocked by the shit that comes out of the leaders' mouths when they're whatever trying to like secretly recruit you, but they don't want to act like recruiting you. Like, I did not imagine getting on a video today and watching Ray Higden like act out shooting an injured animal. It wasn't on my bingo card at all. Oh my
Now I
god.
know why I've been sleeping so damn good. This shit's exhausting. Freaking mentally. Gosh, all the jump scares.
Yeah, I think that this is feeling extra twisty because he brings religion into it. And he is also, to me, like, Ray Higden is not a person that I love listening to because he can go he can go from like speaking regularly to being enraged. Like, it's very hard to measure like where he's going, and then he surprises you with some of this stuff. So like, if you're getting emotionally like run over by him, save your rest of your Friday and or whatever day you're watching this and like do something else, because I think it's him. I think there's other twisty stuff, but again, I also think us understanding about the bite model and destructive and healthy influence and being able to spot it, I think it's like, oh, I'm looking for a woodchuck, and you see the paneled wood like cars more often because you're looking for it, or you're thinking about a red car so that you see more red cars out there. So like, I think we see the manipulation, and so it's easier to spot it in videos, so it seems more like depressing than
Oh, because there was a period of our lives where we literally ate, breathed, and slept like bite model, bite model, bite model. Like, for us, it was our little job to
Yeah.
know about the bite model. So, like, it's second nature to point this stuff out because, like, when that's here every day for months on end, you learn it quite well.
yeah. And again, it does desensitize you a little bit to go to sleep and wake up to bite model, you know, from your job and stuff. And so if you're plugged in and you're looking at this stuff, it can feel like everybody's trying to manipulate you, or there's influence everywhere or whatever. And it's like, it's information and knowledge is supposed to empower us, and it shouldn't crush us, if that makes sense. So I don't know.
Is this why we can't read dark romance with straight faces?
Probably so. Probably so. Oh my god.
I would just encourage you that whether you were affected by this or whether you're trying, to target those who were affected by this, if more people in the network marketing space become people of value, then your life is going to change. And what's value? Value is, does someone walk away with gain whether they purchase from you or not? That's value, right? So, have I gained value from certain podcasts and I've never bought their merchandise? Yeah, they provide value, right? And so instead of number one, instead of looking for opportunities to, shoot the wounded and
see, the problem is stuff like this is going to get flagged. If you cut out the stuff and it's not buried in the context. I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe he's so out of touch. Oh my god.
You cannot do that. It is illegal.
What person's
I
like,
mean-
oh, that's my first thing. Oh, that's my first instinct to do that. Dear God.
Well, I remember when I was in pure romance, the bag MLM clothes. Remember those purses that had like magnetic sides that you could swap out? That MLM closed.
Oh.
And that was the MLM. I forget what it's called. And we were told to leave those people alone. Because it was like, you see it. Even now, you see people from different companies just go hound the comments like, oh, I'm sorry, like love bombing the shit out of people when Meech bags. Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris, yes. But yeah, like we were told to leave them alone because like they were getting bombarded with pitches.
Okay. That makes sense.
Tag them and bag them. Look at
You
how do I
can't
add so much value?
You would not tag an animal that you poached unless you were a fucking idiot, in my opinion. I know we don't say idiot, but you gotta be really stupid to tag an animal you poached.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, he's clearly not a hunter. I'm not a hunter either. My dad wasn't a hunter. He gave that up when he had kids. Why do I know this shit? I don't know.
Yeah. This is a very, like, surprisingly, in a bad way, a violent training. And it doesn't make sense either. The comparisons he's making don't make sense. Are just, okay.
Don't poach and don't tag what you poach.
Yeah. Alexis. Content warning for the past however many minutes you missed because he is making oh god, he is talking about I don't even want to say it. It's kind of violent because he's comparing people who are leaving their MLMs and their and individuals who are still in MLM, targeting those people as shooting the wounded of like animals and like a poaching references and stuff like that. It's very like ugh.
This is how Jen is saying Raymothy. Raymothy.
Yep.
That's my best Jen impression.
Yep.
0 out of 10, not that good.
Yes. I love that. Yep.
Raymothy.
Oh my god. I need to get a soundbite from Jen of the Raymothy stuff so we can add it to the soundboard. Jeez.
And this is biblical, by the way.
What?
Biblical Matthew 5:14-16. Be the light of the world. Be the city on the hill that cannot be hidden.
You were just talking about poaching, and now you're talking about the Bible and being the light of the world. What the fuck is going on, Raymothy? What?
No.
How did we get here? What is happening?
Guess what? And so there's that one scenario, and then the other scenario is, hey guys, don't be targeting, don't do this. They just got hurt, and so I'm actually not a big fan of either of those. What I'm a fan of is being of value. Keep your eyes straight, pointed forward. Jesus said, those who put their hand to the plow and look behind them aren't a fit for the kingdom. Now that doesn't mean salvation. That's not the what we're talking about here. But walking in the kingdom is being of light, and darkness is the absence of light. Darkness isn't a thing. It just means the light hasn't been shown there. So when you shine your light, right? When you shine your light and you're so bright that people want to put you up on a lampstand, then when a company has a problem, guess what? Those people, they're not looking for, they're not just, hey, please give me a pillow so I can cry into it. Some of them are like, you know what? Okay, I got to make a choice, let me move. And don't target them. But if you're of such light, some of them will come to you. Some of them will.
So don't act like you're interested so that they get interested and like be busy doing stuff that would interest them, but don't really make eye contact so they don't think that you're trying to manipulate them and bring them into your company. Is that the advice that we're giving right now?
How did you not kill this shit? The no eye contact? Like, how did you not rock it?
Why was I not at the top of my own pyramid? God. Oh, geez, sir, these are not cats. Yes, these are. Yes.
Well, so just live your life and people will flock to you?
Yeah.
No.
That's literally.
That sounds like he's encouraging income claims.
Yep. Yeah. And doing enough awful live streams and hoping that somebody picks up value so that they remember, oh yeah, Ray or whoever's on Ray's team, they give me value, so I'm going to keep listening to them. And I know that they're still in MLM, so if I can join their team, like, be subtle and don't act interested. Except also use the hunting metaphors and the poaching metaphors, and also use the Bible. Okay? Got it.
What the shit? And why would you want a unalived animal on your team?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you take the injured animal and try to nurse it back to health? Like,
yeah.
that would make more sense. Like,
You'd think it would make more sense, but apparently that's not what happens at Rank Makers or on Ray's team or whatever the hell's going on in their Facebook groups, because holy moly. Yes,
so bad dating advice.
Yes. Sprinkle in some sports metaphors. Yeah, give us some sports ball so we can complete the awful story time that we're sucked into right now.
Want to work with you. So those.
Go ahead, sorry.
Don't you know I will work on a sports metaphor. Do you know that in baseball, the catcher never actually wants to catch the ball?
Really?
No.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Okay, sorry. I was like, oh, am I learning something from Jessica right now? No, you're telling me an awful Ray version of a sports analogy. Okay, I'm on board.
It's Friday afternoon. There's no education coming from this bitch.
The how gullible I am as a person. Jessica, all the time when we're texting, she's like, "This is a joke. Like, this is not. No." And I'm like, I believe everything. So just, yeah, we got to be clear. The / sarcasm definitely is helpful.
Yeah, no, the catcher just hopes the ball will eventually get into his hand. Like, he doesn't need to. I mean, I guess now it would be the pitcher. The pitcher always wants to hit the bat, but it just, they fell so much by not hitting the bat with that ball. That's a better analogy. Okay, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Julie Anderson said because using violence in his language emotionally manipulates people to buy more of his courses. He pretends to give advice to MLMers, but its purpose is to destabilize people. Yeah. He gets more power that way. And we've seen cult leaders are predictable in their behavior. And we've learned that since learning about undue influence. So
targeting, they don't comprehend the adding of value to the marketplace.
Oh, really?
And those who live by the sword die by the sword. And so I've seen it only 100 times where someone was the sniper until some of their team got sniped.
What?
And then they're like, hey.
Oh my god. I didn't think to look at those because like I looked for words when I transcribed this because I was like, okay, add this to the content warning, add this. I didn't think to look up shooting, hunters. I didn't think to do that. Oh my god.
Swords, knives.
Good god. This
Sorry.
screen grabs. Oh.
It's just a wild Friday afternoon here.
I mean, yeah, he's talking about video games. That's true. I'm just like, I try to give content warnings on my channel. It's very strange though the way that he's introduced this because when he first brought up shooting the wounded, he wasn't talking about video games then. He's gone from shocking us to telling really bad analogies to then talking about video games. So it's very like it's twisty.
Oh, I wish I had my box of dicks under my desk.
Oh, I will take a screen grab just for posterity's sake. Okay. Oh my god. Here we go.
Hey man, that's not cool.
Sorry, what?
So he's talking about video games.
Yeah, we can go back, but he wasn't talking about that earlier when he was talking about shooting the wounded and poaching and all that other stuff. So he might be talking about that now, but it's already unsettled the audience from when he was first bringing it up.
Yeah.
And so, that's just not what to do. So instead of either taking this opportunity to go, get him, or taking the opportunity to say, oh, mama bears, let me love it. Be of light. Talk about what you love, right? The Apostle Paul says we're to focus on thinking about things of excellence, right? Think about good things. Think about such things. And as a whole, if you want to really improve the network marketing space, if more of us became of value, because I'll tell you, I believe the network marketing space is full of the most students, and that's a good thing.
Really? Were you adding value when you were berating people in your private Zoom calls and losing your temper? Was that adding value, Ray, or are you only attempting to look like you're adding value when you're public facing? Because I've got some questions.
Oh, honey, you think he stopped that fuckery? You're cute.
Yeah, he's probably the same. It's just I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and then I'm proved wrong because they keep behaving in the same way.
People don't change.
Yeah, I mean, some people can change, but like I think instead of like changing, like I think if there is a mind to like listen to people and treat them with like civility and respect, you can have conversations that can like change the way that you think about something if they're like if it's meaningful for you. Because like I know I've changed some of the ways I think or understand other people because of conversations I've had with people in the anti-MLM space and the creators that have helped me with stuff. So it based on how I grew up and like it's just I feel like people can change, but maybe I'm not saying it correctly.
Yeah, but the difference is he probably, I'm making an assumption, probably blocks the people he disagrees with and isn't having constructive conversations, whereas I know you have constructive conversations with people constantly, and I think that's the difference. It's the willingness to change, and I don't think any behavior we've ever seen out of Ray would indicate the acknowledgement of needing to change.
Yeah, and I think this is an interesting talking about change specifically. Cal said you need a certain mindset shift internally before you can change as a person. And I think change as a person with full informed consent, because a lot of times in cults and in high control groups, they radically shift your foundation and shake you up to force you into being somebody that you wouldn't normally have chosen to be. That's how the bite model works. That's how destructive influence ends up working. And so I think that's, and I don't know all the right terminology. Jessica's kind of our resident expert, but like, I think that's a significant difference.
Well, and it goes back to the difference between mind control and brainwashing, which I'm a little rusty, but I believe mind control is something that happens over an extended period of time.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's
But
not a
yeah,
bad thing. Now, some are
Cal said, well, I took like 90 seconds to say. He's like, one sentence, like, gotta love it.
Yep.
only students and don't take any action. That's not the greatest. But of any industry, I think there's more people that want to improve themselves in network marketing than any other industry. But we don't show that. We don't show that enough because we look at the.
But why do people want to change? Because they don't succeed, therefore they feel like a failure, even though the system is designed for them not to succeed. But that mind control over time overrules that instinct, in my opinion, and you start to believe that the problem is the personal development. So with that mind control that slowly seeps in over time with cults, you are kind of believed to think that you need personal development when you don't.
Yeah, you absolutely do not. I mean, I think the statistics speak for themselves. There's a bunch of douche canoey, non-refined people running companies where it doesn't require you to be personally developed in a positive way, but they tell you from the beginning you have to grow as a person to be successful in multi-level marketing. If you're not, then that means there's something wrong with you, instead of understanding that it's a broken compensation model. So they tell you that from the beginning so that you start quieting your gut right from the beginning and start saying, oh yeah, I shouldn't listen to myself because myself is lying to me because I'm not personally developed.
It's a stream we should look into, but Pure Romance found this theory in a personality test that you fell into one of four categories, of course, and it dictated how you should dress based on your personality. We should do a stream on it.
Yeah, that sounds super
And
interesting.
look at all the different numbers. Like what one was. Yes, we should do that. But like That's some bite model behavioral control shit.
Yeah, for sure.
These opportunities, and look at how many people are bringing attention to the downfall of a company, whether good or bad. Right now, I know there's a sleight of hand here. There's little, look under my sleeve kind of thing of, hey guys, don't target Rodan. Like, it's really sad, and you're still edifying something negative in the industry, right? And you could definitely argue I am right now, right? This is why I don't talk about all the every major change, because I don't want to be opportunistic, but I want to take this as an opportunity because it is so big that for us to be different, for us to when we this is something I used to train my team is when we went to the convention in Denver, I said, listen, be the best tippers, be the most courteous. Don't hound people and try to close them, as their waiter or waitress or whatever. But I wanted when we came into a city that people were like, man, I love network marketers, man. They are so cool. They were so kind. They tipped well. They were just nice. They didn't leave any garbage around. They didn't it's weird to me that a lot of times after a climate change protest, it's filled with litter.
Oh my God.
It's just like, this is just strange.
Just randomly pull that out. Tell us what you. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. We can't get off course. No side quests. Okay. We're dealing with Ray.
I have no comment because
God. What a logical fallacy that we're participating in right now. But okay. Ray saying the script from at least 2017. That totally tracks, Julie.
That's strange to me, right? So if I'm a city, I'm like, please don't come here, climate change people, because you leave all the trash. And I've seen that a few times. It's very frustrating. Well, sometimes network marketers, we want to be the light. We say that we're the light. We say that we want to be of hope and love and compassion and all that. But we do this kind of thing. We do this kind of thing where we're, every talking head is bringing up the negativity of Rodan Fields, like I heard some, just horrible language of toast, you're dead, and it's just like, man.
Dude, you just talked about shooting wounded animals earlier on in this stream, and now you're having some kind of thoughts about people using violent or strong language now? What is happening?
Gaslighting. That's what this is.
Oh my God. I haven't read that book, Chris. Chris said, have you guys ever heard of Dana Wilde and her book Train Your Brain? The book and her trainings are where I started my self-brainwashing, and the toxic positivity was crazy. That's wild.
That's why, I'm so afraid to read, self-help books. Because, are there legit ones out there? I have no idea, probably.
Yeah, I think there are. I think doing it in short spurts is probably, this is just my opinion, but also going and having your little destructive and constructive influence deal and looking at it and saying, does this information help me advocate for myself and my emotional well-being and my safety and my physical safety or whatever? And if it doesn't, if it means indefinitely silencing my gut, obviously that's not something that's healthy for me. But I don't know.
I gotta say, the art of not giving a fuck, great read. I highly recommend that one, because he basically spends the whole book being like, do you value that? No, not really. Then why do you give a fuck?
Yeah, and I think, again, it's like that dance of, are my actions harming others? And I guess that would have to be an agreed upon thing that other people would have to care about too. But are my actions by whatever, not giving a fuck or would that end up hurting other people within reason? If it does, then like, you taking care of yourself and also not harming others type of dance. But yeah, and I think there's lots of good books out there for people, but it can be overwhelming looking in the self-help space after you've left an MLM for sure.
Yeah, I
Talking to a
never,
therapist has been the best thing for me, but
never just subscribe to that fuckery. I'm like, you wanna read a book? Nah.
And a lot of families are hurt for sure, and that sucks. Beating that up isn't helpful. It's just not. And so that's kind of my take on number 2. And then number 3 is, what to do from here if you were affected. Oh, and by the way, another thing, like for those of you, like network marketing is so interesting because, like when Bear Stearns closed down, Bear Stearns was in business and, for 85 years, I believe, right? No one thought, oh my goodness, all investment banks are going to close. No one thought that. But if that was a network marketing company, everyone would have been talking about it. Who's next? And so it's something that, when a restaurant closes and everyone loses their jobs, no one thinks restaurants are going away. But people tend to do that and have that kind of energy in network marketing. And so I really believe this, that there will always be companies of value that are good stewards of their money and appreciate their people, and those companies will continue to grow and prosper. I really believe that. And if you're a leader that you provided value, you loved and appreciated your people like we're called to be. John 6:37 says, whoever God sends to me will come to me, and I will never drive them away. Right?
You realize you can't just pull verses out of the Bible and say, oh yeah, this is something I'm going to live by. Within reason, because there's context for the book in the chapter that was written, and it's not.
No.
No.
No, in the Bible, it's literal.
Oh my god. Maybe we just need to send this on over to Julie Joe and she can just, I don't know, debunk all the twisty religious shit because, oh my god. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Ray, do you eat pig or do you only subscribe to the New Testament?
Oh yeah.
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 No, I wonder, does he believe in the old shit too, or just the I'm going to hell, but it will be fun. But like, I bet you he only believes in the new.
Yeah, I don't know what his beliefs are, and there's also, again, it's just having somebody who actually has studied it is important, someone who understands cultural context in the place that it was written in, and also the original language. Like there's nuances, and there's also things lost in translation when it goes from, Greek to English, or from Hebrew or Arabic to English. So like it's just, there's lots of things that are complex.
And like, he often quotes the gospel, which is from the New Testament.
Right. Yeah.
So you're to love on the people that God has blessed you with in your team, even if they frustrate you, even if they annoy you, because all that is to help you grow in the fruit of the Spirit anyway, to grow your patience and your faithfulness and to lean more on God for wisdom. But
yeah, so we don't give a crap if you're losing money in MLM, because all of the adversity of losing a ton of money when you don't really have to, because you don't have to be paying into a company that where 99% of the people are actually losing or not making any money, that's going to help you be more patient. That's going to help you be more kind. That's going to help you be more peaceful, because like #fruits of the Spirit, like, let's go. Come on.
And what Charlene said, this is why you get a degree to teach this.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been that
cherry pick.
Yeah. Hey, Julie Anderson, I fall asleep to your 3-hour videos. Good stuff. Yeah, if y'all haven't seen Julie's most recent video too, go check it out for sure.
leader and your company closed down, guess what? People will want to follow you. They just will. I mean, that's just a fact. If you had a company close down and nobody want to follow you, maybe we need to learn about value. Maybe we need to learn that. And so, but what to actually do? All right. So the number one question I suggest, and I practice this, I don't just preach this, I practice this. Okay.
Okay.
When I have, you know, every morning, one of my prayers is, Father,
comes.
how can I demonstrate my faith today?
Oh boy.
And that prayer is what led me to bring my mom to Christ, my dad to Christ, my ex-wife to Christ. It led me to now disciple my stepmom who abused me as a kid. It's led me to wonderful things.
Can I just throw this in here from a judgmental, unsure of what I am type of person? Most people, when they have conversations, when they have ethical, informed conversations with others, when somebody else is thinking about joining a religion, especially, and I'm going to say it from a Christianity perspective, they don't bring their ego into it when they're saying like, oh, I brought this person to Christ and this person to Christ and this person to Christ. They're like, it's different wording. It's a different kind of mindset, and it seems like it is, and this is just me being judgy. It seems like it's pretty non-humble, not really one of those fun little fruits of the spirit signs that he was talking about earlier, when with the way that he's talking and feeling kind of puffed up about bringing someone to Christ. But I mean, live chat, steer me back on course if I'm way off base on that.
I personally wouldn't want that responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's just me. That maybe, yeah. No, I wouldn't want that now.
Good night, Sam. Good to see you. I hope you have a good sleep.
Good night, Sam.
Oh, for sure, Nick. Said, come on, DC. Jesus was always spouting off about all the disciples he had, /sarcasm. Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's just twisty. It's just twisty from Ray Higden.
Some days I get the word trust. And I'm like, because I've figured out, I didn't know what that meant at first. I figured out what it means. It means that something that day is not going to go my way, but I need to trust. I need to trust in the Lord. And every time something happens that I don't want, that I don't like, that I'm like, oh man, that's not how I hoped for. Every single time I'm just like, all right, Lord, you know, what am I to get from this? And so
he's using this type of him praying and like God giving him a word and then him like saying, oh, something's not going to go my way, so I'm going to learn something from it. He's using it to tell people, or to have people start thinking about silencing their gut, meaning, oh, I didn't make the commission I needed to make today in my multi-level marketing company. I'm going to try again tomorrow. I'm going to pay more volume. I'm going to work hard now for my upline so that, I'm like, is Jessica okay? To have people silence their guts because they're going to be learning something from God. And so all the money that they've lost is worth it because they're going to learn how to trust God. No, you have a mind for a reason. You have a gut for a reason. His landmark forum and Scientology underpinning shining through.
And not everything's a fucking lesson.
Yeah. And it takes out the trying to make everything so simple, like it really takes away from how complex a lot of things are and being able to make an informed decision from complex variables. And again, losing money in a way, like in multi-level marketing, especially when the numbers don't support people actually being successful in MLM, it gets dangerous fast. Was Jessica struck down?
No, I wasn't expecting there to actually be anything left in this can, and there was like a drop left, and I'm like, oh shit! So I had to go grab. ADHD, lots of drinks.
Worked out better than I ever could have imagined. Right? It's gone from a thorn in the side to an actual blessing. Okay. And so the number one question I suggest, instead of just hopping right back.
Go ahead. Go for it.
A thorn in the side, a reference to...
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think it was more of a spear in the side, but like I feel like I think it has undertones towards the crucifixion, for sure. But that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. A Bible scholar, insert yourself now. So
Back into another company and trusting uncertain people is turn toward God and ask for wisdom. God, what am I to learn from this? God, what am I to do from here? Where do you want me? Do you want me in this industry? See, I believe.
You know what you can learn from? A profit and loss statement. It's
yeah, it's biblical.
Okay.
But it's not about the crucifixion.
Okay.
It's about Paul's interaction with Satan. And Paul asked the Lord 3 times to remove the thorn. And
that's pretty...
What?
I was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That's pretty audacious of him to make that claim, comparing the Paul and the thorn to something in MLM. I just feel like...
And the Lord said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.
And somebody's going to use that in MLM to say, you failing here is going to be glorifying God in some way, when MLM has nothing to do with your spiritual journey, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I am 99% sure, Mr. Sir, that Jesus don't want anybody in multi-level marketing. You know, I feel...
Julie just told us that she's his secretary.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. If you've listened to Julie Joe's videos and she gets a call from God every so often, it's hilarious.
It's the best.
Believe if you've been called to this industry, you have a special calling. Why? Why do I say that? Just because I love the industry, and I would say that if I was in making zippers or aluminum foil or Tupperware or I guess Tupperware is a bad example, but no, because I really believe it. Because I believe that when you are a network marketer, you have the ability to provide solutions.
God dang it! Hold on.
You do. Now, not everyone will take them, but you have the ability in a world full of problems. You have solutions. You have a solution that whatever your product or service does, or your membership, you have a solution of time freedom. You have a solution of people making additional money from home without spending more time away from their family. Like this is a gifting. This is a real gift. And if you've been called to this industry, right?
It's a gift, don't you know?
What in the 2014 are we listening to? Like, get new material. We know this shit ain't true. Just be honest. Get in, recruit. Like, let's cut this bullshit. Your product. No one gives a shit about the product. Like, Coochie's not paying the bill.
Oh my god. What in the 2014 are we listening to? Yeah. Jessica's on fire today.
And why is there? Why are there so many attacks on network marketing? Well, I believe there's a lot of spiritual attacks against this profession. I really do. I believe that the enemy does not.
Oh, the enemy that he's referring to, if you're not religious, is Satan himself. So just keep that in mind. I mean, anti-MLM, but Satan's using anti-MLM to have a spiritual attack on multi-level marketing. If you thought it was twisty, it's twistier than you think.
So we're Satan's little helpers.
I know I don't think everyone on my channel is signed up on the bus that you and I are using to head down into a fiery inferno. So maybe we don't all like. That's not a blanket statement for everybody here.
Jen's on the bus.
There's 3 of us. Oh shit. Okay.
It's a short bus.
Oh.
I can make short bus jokes. I wrote the short bus jokes in 4th grade.
Oh my gosh.
Because I lived in the ghetto and it wasn't safe for me to ride the bus.
Tori said, I mean, Jesus did get pissed all the way off when the temple was being used to sell wares by people who weren't exactly stellar people. Tables were flipped and everything. Yeah, and so again, we're being very snarky about this because he's twisting so much of religion. And I know there's a bunch of really ethical and kind and good Christians in the world.
So. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll sit with Emmett.
Prosper because this equips the average ordinary person to create a new life. It really does. You know, I believe the enemy wants you broke, penniless, with too busy to focus on impacting, helping, and bringing hope to others. And I think this is something that the enemy would love to see shut down. And so let's not do that. It's one of the reasons I started the group, Network Marketers for Jesus. Is spiritual attacks right now are just intense for those that are in the know there.
Facts, as Aaron and SpongeBob say, facts are not attacks. Facts are not spiritual attacks either. Saying that somebody should do a profit and loss statement and make sure that they are not losing their shirt because they're paying into somebody else's commission empire, that's not a spiritual attack. That's saying, look, you cannot spend more than you make, and if you're not making anything, you're losing money. God.
And so instead of just immediately, okay, what company? I'm going to jump into this company, or just languishing around, being sad face, right? I know it sucks. Listen, when I lost on real estate,
this dude owns a Shure microphone, and I guess we're just not using it anymore. That's okay. It doesn't matter. His sound is awful. His message is more awful.
And I was $1 million in debt. It sucked, right? I have to wonder, would the me back then have been able to take the advice I'm giving now? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I wasn't grown enough. I wasn't grown up yet.
Oh. He wasn't grown enough to know the message that he has today, but I guess we're not grown enough because we're just MLM haters living under a bridge, I say that in a gremlin way, not in an unhoused way. Sorry, I meant from like story books of like gremlins and trolls under the bridge doing. Yeah, okay.
We're late 80s babies.
Yeah, the Goonies.
We grew up with the I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid, right? That was
yes.
Yeah. No, like, No, not growing up. Fuck that shit. It's a trap.
Yeah, it is a trap. I will work on it. I need
Yeah.
to see if we can make a new one. I'll probably replace some of my squirrels with well, we'll make a Raymothy emote, or maybe a capybara one in honor of Julie Anderson when she comes in the chat.
You know how adult I am to reward myself for running the channel?
What?
I bought myself Disneyland tickets.
Let's go, Jessica.
Because I'm an adult child.
I love that. Toys R Us was my first job. Wendy.
My husband too, kind of like, he got 2 jobs like the same week, so he took both of them. But he went to like one Toys R Us shift and was like, no, I'm taking the restaurant gig over the retail gig. Like, now I think he might have gotten through a whole week. It wasn't a long period, but they like rebuilt the store.
Oh,
And then, now they're closed.
that's wild. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll work on some new graphic stuff this week.
We should go to the Goonie place.
Yeah. I gotta touch base with you when I'm gonna fly out to see you, because my schedule's free.
Goonies.
Yeah.
That I suggest. And so James 1:5 tells us, when ye lack wisdom, ask and it will be given to you liberally and without reproach. Get into prayer.
Is this liberal wisdom? I mean, like a liberal amount of wisdom that we've been receiving this entire time? Because I think we need a refund. I think it's expired. Ugh.
No.
Oh no, yeah, this guy's wild. This guy's on the cult leader spectrum, for sure.
Yeah.
He is adulterating things that should not be adulterated, for sure.
Believe that you're going to hear from God. This is the most common thing, is the enemy wants you to think that God is too busy for you, that you're not good enough, that there's a wall between you and God, right? You know, you look at the prodigal son.
Chris.
While he was still far off, the father ran to him and embraced him. That's my experience of God. That's why I know, yes, I believe the number one reason I believe Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior is the 300 prophecies in the Old Testament that literally don't make sense if he isn't, right? Talking about piercing his hands and feet 600 years before the crucifixion was even invented, right? Before crucifying was even used as a, this doesn't make sense.
There's gonna be limited things that I can comment on because I'm not that, there's a really awesome guy who debunks, like religious fallacies and like misunderstandings of the Bible. He's on Instagram, but anyways, he's a Bible scholar. So I'm not the type of person that's gonna be able to debunk like what he's saying. So
Now, this is above my pay.
Oh, it's above my IQ level for this stuff, so I'm not. We're gonna have to take this with a grain of salt.
That's right, and that's just one of 300, right? But the other reason is I've experienced him, I've felt him. Get into prayer and ask God, what am I to do? Where do you want me from here? What is my purpose?
Oh, cool, Charlene.
I know mine. I've asked. My purpose is to bring more hope to others, to bring more glory to God, and to expand the kingdom. That's my purpose. Everything else I do.
I say this genuinely. How is taking advantage of people something that is what God would want you to do?
You're not taking advantage of people. They're just not working hard enough because they're not reading enough Rachel Hollis.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. And Jen said, and to make more money. Yeah. There's a lot of religious appropriation here, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Is working in that purpose, right? Yes, I may teach you scripts and strategies
Cool.
and tactics and, you know, how to follow up and how to lead and how to write a book or how to sell a course or.
Yeah, see, he's doing his pitch right now. He said, leave people alone. Don't target them. Don't, you know, all of his kind of violent metaphors or analogies or whatever he was saying before. Now he's saying, oh, these are all the things that I can do for you. So he's dropping it in there towards the end of his video because it really was all a pitch this entire time. He wants to get you in the network marketers for Christian Facebook group, then he's going to feed you into the rank makers group, then he's going to feed you into the higher tier group, and so on and so forth.
Is it biblical? Do what I say, not as I do, or is that just something my toxic ass mother said?
I think that's something your toxic mother said. Oh, God.
That was sarcasm. It's not biblical.
Oh, my gosh. I am a cradle Catholic, so I at least have a decent understanding of the catechism and what Catholics believe. He doesn't really understand Christianity the way that he thinks he does. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's my opinion too, based on being a confirmed Catholic that stepped away at 18. Luckily, I got a twisty out, but I took that twisty out.
Yeah. And again, it's very difficult. Like in Young Living, Young Living's another very religious multi-level marketing organization. And the people in are the crossover, like the interconnectedness between your business and religion is very twisty. Like when you get out, it like I'm obviously experiencing a lot of the twists still, and it's been 2+ years. But Julie Anderson said, I'm deeply concerned for people of faith. It was a nightmare waking up from this before he decided he was a prophet. People will have to untangle their faith from what he twists it into. Yeah, I mean, it was awful. It was awful waking up from Young Living, and nobody in Young Living really proclaimed to be a prophet. Like this is even twistier. So,
needless to say, religion never really entered the chat with pure romance.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing for you.
Shock it, I know.
Yeah, and Julie Anderson, she's got a lot to dish out to Ray, but she also has a lot of empathy and kindness for people who are still in, and so there's this passion and anger about seeing people take advantage of others, and then there's this additional side of lived experience of like somebody who got taken advantage of and who still has a bunch of empathy for people, for her friends, for the people that she was in rank makers with for all those years. So, I mean, if you want to follow somebody who is a dynamic creator, Julie Anderson's a great person, and you know that's a good channel. All right, here we go. We're almost done.
Sales psychology or whatever, but it really is operating in that. Those are the things I'm focused on. Those are that's the real for me. That's my work. That's my purpose. But I'll tell you that, you know, if you were, you know, affected, and again, you know, our prayers, I'm going to say a prayer at the end for those affected. You know, one of our beloved sisters in Christ.
He's going to pray for people affected by Seint and Rodan and Fields, the people who lost their ability to make an income via the MLM model. So he's going, and again, not all prayer is manipulative, but he is manipulating people right in this video because he is seeming like he's being caring and compassionate and praying for somebody, whoever's listening to this, and he's gonna suck people in.
I don't think he's qualified to lead public prayer, in my opinion.
Yeah, the different denominations have different ideas about it. They're more strict, I think, in Catholicism, because in his deal, he's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Not well. read the gospel in church as teenagers. Like once a month, we had to like do everything at mass. Like, yeah. That was part of our confirmation, like community service. Fun times.
Yeah.
And of course, it was the 8 a.m. mass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. Remember, he is a prophet, so he can do anything. /sarcasm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah Robbins, one of our speakers. She was a speaker last year at Faith Over Fear. She's a speaker this year. Our prayers go out to them.
Did you get the caption? The caption was wrong, but it was hilarious.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It said, yeah, instead of faith over fear, it says
Faith warfare?
over.
Oh my god. Oh jeez, love it. I love the auto captions. Jeez. Okay.
This year, our prayers go out to them, but God does not want you languishing around. Okay. We are to be good stewards of our time and our money. And so God doesn't want.
We're supposed to be good stewards of our time and our money, but you're going to keep people paying into their multi-level marketing because they're not self-developed enough to like actually know if they're going to be successful. So they have to keep paying and paying and paying. And you're saying that's being a good steward of your money. Are you off your rocker, sir?
The caption said harmony. I think harmony makes less sense, but more sense at the same time.
Languishing around, not helping or impacting others. And he doesn't want you beating yourself up or berating those who you feel betrayed you. Get up and pray on how can you best serve others. And I just think that's the message there. And I really, again, I believe the devil hates network marketing. I really do. I really do.
Oh, God.
As it gives a way for the average ordinary person to help others in a leveraged way to feel better about themselves. I believe this profession is under spiritual attack, and honoring God is the best thing we can do right now. And so, join me if you're interested in this mission. Join me. Jump into the Network Marketers for Jesus group. It's free. I don't push anything in there.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you don't? For real? You don't? For real? Huh?
Ray.
The whatever the lie detector has determined that was a lie, or the whatever it's called.
The lie detector test has determined that is a lie.
Yeah, I need to get that soundbite again.
And let's make a difference. Let's make a difference. And so, Father, today we just lift up.
Prayers happening. Sorry, let me just we were gonna mute it. I will wave my hands when he's done praying.
Watch it. Yeah.
I'll wave when he's done. Mute us if you don't want to hear him pray.
All those affected by these company changes, we lift up their teams and their families. And Father, we just thank you. We thank you for clarity, guidance, direction, wisdom, strength, and discernment. Father, I thank you that every single person that hears this, let them experience you today. Let them know that you love them and you care for them and you love them so much you don't want them to remain the same, Lord. And Father, we know that you allow situations in our life to grow us only because you care for us. And
this is so manipulative, right? Manipulation station. Oh.
So God doesn't want you to remain the same? Like God doesn't love you as... What the fucking fuck?
Welcome to... Oh God, welcome to whatever shit show we're in right now. Ugh.
God wants you to do better. No. God made you in his image. That's what Catholics teach.
Yeah. Oh my God. Insert your own iterations of his prayer in the chat. Elaine said, you love them, Lord, and don't want them to work a 9-to-5 job. He only loves you if you work at an MLM. Yeah. Yep.
Wisdom around these challenges and situations. let us do as James suggested and count it all joy when we face trials of different sorts, Lord.
This is so
Father, we're
twisty.
just so grateful for you. We want to continue to bring hope to others. We know that the network marketing profession can bring so much hope to the average ordinary
Oh my
person
God, this
at
is
a
a
time
sales
in our
pitch.
lives and in this world where people need hope more than ever before. We know that this profession and those who are involved in it were built for times like this, to bring more light into the darkness, to expel the darkness out of this world,
Keep on
and to just be
going.
that beacon of hope that people need in this time. Lord, thank you for listening. Because you turn your ear to us, we will call on you the rest of our lives. And we're just so grateful for you, Lord. You're worthy of our praise. You're worthy of our glory, honor, power, and strength. And we thank you. Thank you for guiding us, directing us. Thank you for giving us the answers. Thank you for giving us wisdom when we need it. And we need your wisdom all the time, Lord. And Father, if your presence won't go with us, please don't send us away. Father, we're so grateful for you. Thank you in every single way. In Jesus' mighty, mighty name, amen. And so share this with someone if you feel called to.
Right after the prayer. Right after the prayer. Share this with someone. Jessica's slowly sliding out of the frame. That's the only appropriate response to this. Oh my God. Oh. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. He goes into the sales pitch right after the prayer. He's stacking the twisty parts together. Jess is me. Jess is all of us. I'm just gonna get that little clip and I'm just gonna have her just going down. I'm gonna put it on Instagram after this.
Well, I mean, wait, Jessica.
Well, yeah, but you look like you were sinking into the ground.
Yeah, that was the point.
Oh, God, yeah, he's wild, Keith.
Have been affected by this.
Chris,
we're
thank
rooting
you.
for you. If there's anything that I can,
You know what? We need a welcome to Illyria break to get over this shit.
Horatio Gold,
Ugh.
headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir.
Heard you wanted to see me?
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
I am going to be playing the kazoo funeral march after this, so stay tuned.
can do. If if you want me, if you're one of the leaders affected, you want me to do a training for your group,
Chris.
or a group prayer, or whatever you would like me to do, I would love to serve you in whatever way that I can. Okay. And so I love you guys so much, rooting for you. Don't quit on the profession. Don't quit on the profession. If you've been called to this profession, this is the way that you can impact more people. Don't give up on that. Don't give up on impacting others. Okay. There's challenges in every profession, and I do believe there's a lot of spiritual stuff going on right now. You see more people coming to Christ than ever before, and you also see a lot of spiritual attacks. Right?
This is like end time stuff. Is that what the world is going to get worse and worse and better, faster and faster type of like revelation end of the. Got it. So clear. Thanks so much.
You know what other professions have that network marketers don't have?
Healthcare?
Paychecks.
Oh, yeah. And vacation time, right? Paid time off?
Yeah, and bonuses.
401k matching sometimes?
Yeah. Pay into Social Security.
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to with the MOM, but do you?
Before we continue on, I hate to do this, but like, y'all know how I feel about odd numbers. Can someone just get us to 60? Because like, I won't be able to focus on the last few minutes of the video. Thank you so much. Okay.
And you didn't realize you had autism.
Right, yeah. I didn't realize I had autism until I got diagnosed. Oh God.
We saw that this weekend as well. And so just my prayers with you. God is with you. God loves you. He loves you so much. He loves you so much. And so please stick with it. Go out there. This, we'll
it's okay.
we'll
We're at even 64 now. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Bye for now.
We're not gonna give him the okay with the Dora the Explorer, but we're gonna do We did it. Holy crap.
That was a lot of holy crap.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clip my own holy craps all throughout the deal, and you'll just like, what did you think of the video, DC? Holy crap, 100 billion times. Raymothy signing off. Thank you so much, live chat, for the gifted memberships. It's very kind of you, Genevieve and Chris and Wendy. Thanks for suffering through that video with us. And even though we don't like what Ray says, if y'all are able to like the video and leave a comment, it'll help other people find out about his fuckery that he is involved with. And hopefully more people will start waking up. And again, Julie has most of the videos on Ray. Aaron has a ton. Julie Joe has a ton. There's other creators, Clown Town, Tish. So it's trying to uncover the cult behavior is pretty important, especially in multi-level marketing. So thanks for joining us.
I will be back Monday night with Jen and probably Wendy. I mean, like, at this point, it's kind of a staple. And we will be covering the Cincy convention because it's convention season, bitches.
Let's go. Save the date.
For conventions, Thursday is for adult fuckery.
Nice.
So,
oops, I spelled everything wrong.
Going.
I spelled everything wrong. Sorry, guys. Thank you for everything. My meme action is warming my heart. I love that. I have some more stuff coming this weekend, so I will see y'all later. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.